Good day. My name is David Obura, and I'm the chair of IPBES, the Intergovernmental Platform on Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services. And it's my great pleasure to address you on the occasion of this 25th anniversary of the International Initiative for the Conservation and Sustainable Use of Pollinators. It's my pleasure to talk about the essential role of pollinators for biodiversity, agriculture, and related ecosystems, and to do this from the perspectives of the assessment report that IPBES produced in 2016, titled the Assessment Report on Pollinators, Pollination, and Food Production. This assessment was in fact one of our first assessments and helped to establish IPBES as an influential global platform, addressing the credibility, salience, and relevance of synthesis findings to the intergovernmental community. We also established how to conduct assessments, which we have done every year since, including engagement with the plurality of knowledge holders and practitioners that are relevant in the assessments we produce, in particular Indigenous people and local communities, but also our conceptual framework and the nature's contributions to people framework, of which pollinators and pollination is one of the 18 classes that we have. The assessment recommendations for action were endorsed by the 196 signatory governments of the CBD at COP13 in Mexico in 2016. And it's very unusual to have an entire report and recommendations fully adopted in this way. And in fact, this was the very basis for all the following developments of action plans and so on that arose from this assessment. In particular, there are over 30 national pollinator strategies that have been developed, and these have helped to improve pesticide regulations, habitat restoration, and wider landscape management for pollinators. We have a number of examples, which I can cite from Europe, on pollination and pollinators becoming a core part of the legislation in the context of the Nature Restoration Regulation, where an entire article is devoted to pollinators. Pollinators are also considered as a flagship, highlighting the fundamental role of biodiversity in food production, helping to lay to rest the old paradigm of biodiversity conservation versus agriculture as an outdated one, and in fact looking at the two as fully combined and integral to one another for the sustainable and resilient food production working with nature. And this is a topic taken up in the Nexus assessment, which was approved just last December in 2024, with response options on food production that are relevant to actors throughout the industry. So with this brief address, I'd like to convey my congratulations on this 25th anniversary of the initiative and wish you fruitful outcomes for the future. Thank you.